What's going on, everybody? So, you might recognize this area behind me. Sitting in front of me is the Supra. Yes. So, reason I'm here is to just kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on where we're sitting at. So, as you guys may have heard, the Midwest recently went through a bitter cold spell, negative 30 plus wind chills. Brutal cold. Very glad that this car was here. Very neatly tucked, freshly cleaned, and underneath this car cover, instead of being out on the very snowy roads. And yeah. Yep. Okay. So, reason I'm kind of making this video is to just kind of walk you guys through as to how I would winterize a car like this. So, what I usually do is, if I'm gonna, let's say I was parking this car today. You know, it's about probably 40 some degrees out right now. If there's no snow on the ground, you know, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. We'll get quite a bit. Today's decently nice out. Roads are still dry. They're not wet or anything. How would I park this car and winterize it? So what I would do is I take it to a gas station locally and fill it up. I get it as full as I possibly can. And the reason you want to do that is because while it sits over the winter time, you do not want any moisture to get into the gas tank. Because then you don't want any condensation to get into your gas, mix with your gasoline, go all the way through your fuel lines, and get into your engine. That is bad. That will cause you to have to drain the whole tank, potentially, if the whole tank is bad. You know, otherwise, you know, it just sits. And so the more air gap you have between your fuel level and the top of your the more gasoline you have between the top of your fuel line, or the top of the fuel, and the top of your gas tank, the more air that's in there that could condense once temperatures start to drop, and ultimately create ice crystals. Those ice crystals then melt once it warms up, puts water in your gas, and then your whole tank is bad. So what you want to do is, or what I usually do, what I've been told is good to do, fill it as full as you can possibly get it. Now, sometimes, because I put premium in this. So if I have to go, being that it's out in the country, you know, there's not really, the next house is fucking way over there. So, being that it's out in the country, you do have to drive a little bit just to get gas. However, since I get premium, I have to drive a little bit further, because the small town as to where I am at, with this car is parked, they don't have premium. They just have 87. So what I like to do is, when I take this car in to get gassed up, I will also get a can of Seafoam at O'Reilly's. And what that does is that stabilizes the fuel, cleans your injectors, it does a lot of other things, but you want to put that in the gas tank and then fill it up as full as you can get it. Now what that's going to do is, like I said just a little bit ago, it stabilizes the fuel and is actually meant to be put into vehicles for winterizing. Now, one thing that I have been told also works, but I haven't tried it myself, is keeping the gas completely empty. Now, you're keeping the gas tank completely empty. I have no idea why that would be a good thing. I guess because there's no gasoline to taint if you do get water in the gas system. However, I still think doing it like this is the best way to do it. I don't really know if that works or not. If anybody has experience with that, drop me a comment down below. I would love to know your perspective on how to park these cars for the wintertime. But I've always been told that you want your gas tank to be as full as possible to prevent condensation from getting into your gas. And then to stabilize the fuel somehow, I guess to prevent the gas from going bad would be the best way I could describe it. But other than that, that's really all I do. Clean the car nice and good. Make sure there's no grime or anything on it. The wheels I really don't care about too much. As you can see, they're not really the cleanest. They're kind of dirty. But the paint underneath, ooh, look at that shine. Ooh. Okay, I'm done. Let me adjust this again real quick because I kind of goofed that up. Okay, but yeah, that's how I do it. I mean, it's real simple. It's just kind of like a real easy. It doesn't take very long, you know. Just kind of got to think about things before you do them. And as you can tell, this place, it's a shed. It is open to the elements. You know, there are nooks and crannies for little critters like this one to get in and wreak havoc on a car like this. My dad's 79 Berlinetta. Put dryer sheets in here and then a couple of the mouse things, but oh, you can just smell the 70s. Ugh. Okay. Well, either way, I mean, you didn't really clean the car the best, but nevertheless, you know, you still get the same effect. You don't have to cover it. I just do because, well, skylight, roof leaks. Now, well, this may look clean here. If you come from this angle, you can see where there are issues. So, now to prevent mice, here's what you do. Ooh, look, we got a little victim already. Get yourself a nice little bucket. Not specifically an ace bucket, but a bucket. Put a little bit of antifreeze in there. And then you get yourself one of these little suckers. Just a little bit of peanut butter on a roller. Put that on there. And get yourself a little plank for mice to crawl up onto there. Of course, since they love peanut butter, they'll naturally be attracted to it. They'll want the food. Once they crawl up the plank, they'll try to step onto the peanut butter and then end up meeting their fate like this little guy. Or you go with the poison route, which is sitting right here by the door. So they eat that, and then about a day or two later, they end up looking like this little feller. Which, he looks like that because when I was parking this car, I ended up running him over. I just kicked his carcass out of the way after I ran him over, kind of. Or maybe I stepped on him. One of the two. Either way, that's all there is to it. It's pretty simple. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any ideas, or not really ideas per se, but any knowledge on any other ways to park a car for the wintertime, to winterize it, get it ready for, you know, 3.5 months of just setting. Please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to learn all about it. Hope this kind of helps anyone out there who is looking to winterize a car, gives them an idea on what to do, what they could do, a proven way that works. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. All right, I'm done rambling now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Remember, drop that comment down below. Let me know if you guys have any knowledge about parking cars. I'd love to hear about it. What works, what doesn't. Any other tips you guys might have for me on how to winterize a vehicle. Leave a like down below to let me know that you guys are enjoying this content that I'm producing. Really appreciate you guys watching for this long. And thank you for all the support so far. Big things are coming. Trust me, 2021 hopefully will be a good year, and I'm really excited for it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.